I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us his truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on Proverbs chapter 14, verse 7. Okay, and we're going to go straight on off into this. Okay, starting off, go from the presence of a foolish man. And why should you go from the presence of a foolish man? Well, because he's foolish. He's liable to do, say, or be any type of a way, any type of any kind, anytime. Okay, so there is no honor amongst a fool. When thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge, when you can clearly see and understand that he don't have no knowledge, he ain't got no wisdom. All the mess that comes out of his mouth is a bunch of folly and carnal talking, carnal behavior, carnal attitude. He's completely physical. Go away from him because, surely what he wants to do, fight, be violent, swing at you, try to sucker punch you. You have to watch people because, hey, you got some people, that's how they make their way. By swinging and sucker punching on people, robbing people and stuff, but first acting like they want to go into a back and forth. I call these type of guys gaslighting queens because they act like women, but they guys, either they're either gaslight queen or they're a male lesbian. Right. Let's read some of the precepts on that. Some of you cross reference. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 9, verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live. You see? Forsake the foolish and live, because a fool can only lead you to death, can only lead you to damnation, can only lead you to hell or hellish situations, can always lead you into some trouble, where you could actually lose your life. So the better bet is to go away from a foolish person and go in the way of understanding. Because when you understand something, see, that's something that a fool can't get, which is understanding. But the righteous can have and get understanding, because Matthew chapter 13, understanding comes from on high. From who? Yahweh. You see, from Yahweh. This Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, because you will take on the air of wisdom, hearing, words of wisdom. So one would want to maintain that sort of demeanor of wisdom and being a wise man. But a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Because a fool doesn't have an understanding on anything, how to do anything, fix or repair anything, how to set things up, how to present knowledge. And a fool doesn't know how to be proper and in order. You see, because the Lord says all things must be done decently and in order. A fool don't understand any of that, you see, at all. So, which would lead to the destruction of the fool and anybody that's with the fool. You understand? That's the reason why some people, when you see that they are toxic, they're toxic people. Toxic people are the type of people that can just bring you down. They bring down your vibration, and they are always try to clown you. They're like a frenemy. They always trying to act dumb, okay? But they really, really envy you. They talk about you behind your back, all kinds of things, Be ye not entangled with such people, go the other way. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 27. Cease, my son, to hear the instructions that causes to err. And seeing people go itching to hear false doctrines. People want to read the book of Jubilee. They want to read the book of Enoch, or they want to read the book of this and read the book of that. And here it is. The Lord gave us the King James 1611, and the blue letter and other different tools that we use to present our sharpened sword, which is the word. Okay. Oh. And cause the error from the words of knowledge. You see, because you had to watch it. You don't want to err from the words of knowledge, because that's all that we got to stand on is the word. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 12. The word is a double-edged sword, cutting both concerning bone, spirit, and marrow. You see. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. But now I have written unto you not to keep company if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator. You see? Don't keep company with fornicators. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? That's obvious. If you're not part of the wicked, then why are you hanging around with the wicked, mingling with the wicked? I got a buddy of mine. He always wanted to go run and hang with the two-thirds. And see, and primarily it's because I think really he's a terror, Tarr. His great-grandfather is an Edomite. Okay, which would make his grandfather an Edomite, which would make his father an Edomite, which would make him an Edomite, and any son that he would have would be an Edomite, and thereafter Edomites. Okay, so or covetous, don't be desiring that of others or what others have. Only concern yourself about what Yahweh has set for you to have. You see. And Yahweh's not going to let you have more or less than what he has set for you to have. You see, that's why we always must say what James chapter 5, verse 14, is it? I do believe it is. That we should always say, if it be Yahweh's will, if it be Yahweh's will, then we should do this, that, or the other. Okay, and an idolater or a railer or a drunkard, you see, or an extortioner, with such and one know not to eat. You see, don't even sit and sup with them. Don't eat with them. Don't be with them. Don't have anything to do with them. Come out from amongst them. That's the lesson and understanding that we should have concerning coming out from amongst them, because you can't be. See, there's a spirit. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, 10, and 11. There's a seraphim angel that Yahweh has placed in charge over them to make sure that they don't see this truth, hear this truth, or even understand this truth. So why would you want to flock and be with them? Because there's a there's a wickedness that's about them, all about them, that has revealed them to be that which is not that which delights the Lord. So if it doesn't delight the Lord, it shouldn't delight you to even be with them. Okay? Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. Oh, no, look. I want to take the time to remind you to press the like button. And go ahead and press the like button, and that helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And also, if you would please, press the subscription button and the notification bell. That way, you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. As always, as good shepherds of the Lord, we are to feed the sheep. Thank you ever so much. Tawada. Now let us continue on. But rather reprove them. Okay, reprove them. Oh, no. Yeah, no. This is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful. You see? You're not, those that are not fruitful, if you cannot teach your brother this word, if you cannot, bring this horse to the water and he drink, there's nothing that you can do about that. It's up to each and every man to work out his own salvation with the Lord. You see, you got to remember that. Okay, so if a brother you want to bring to the camp and he's not, gravitating well to the camp, he ain't trying to come, he ain't trying to hear it, he's trying to do something else, let him go. He's unfruitful. He's an unfruitful vine, a strange vine unto Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that means he's not going to have no works. So when Yahweh Shai gets here, he's not going to find any faith in that man. And that man is not going to have any works. Okay? You got to remember that. You got to remember that. So stay ye steadfast in what? Fruitful men, that you too also be fruitful. You see, being not a strange vine, but a good vine unto the Lord. Okay? Which is a good, wonderful thing. Okay? And for one to fellowship and understand. Okay? The unfaithful works of darkness, because it is darkness. Remember, darkness covered the face of the earth. Okay? And then the Lord brought forth what light? The light of knowledge and wisdom. These things were brought forth. That was the light. You understand? That came upon that the Lord brought upon the earth. Okay? And so that we would have this light now, which is the Lord, which is the Word. You see? Yahweh Shai. You see? And so we dwell in that, not being around those that's in darkness because they don't have the light. They don't have no light within them, the light of the Lord. They don't have the spirit of the Lord. They don't have the spirit of prophecy. They cannot prophesy. Okay, they can't bring forth unto the weary the strength of the Lord. Bring forth His word to strengthen a man, to give a man's spirit a spiritual feast. They're not able to feed a man. They're not able to feed the spirit. They're not able to feed the sheep. Okay, and so don't even concern yourself with them because they are in darkness. You are in the light. Go ahead and stride on forward and leave the darkness behind. Okay, but rather reprove them. You see, reprove them. You see, don't waste your time being bothered. Okay, be stiff with them and go on about your business because you understand to be fruitful and multiply in the knowledge of the Lord. Gain in the wisdom of the Lord because that is the only thing that sustains us is this word. You see, this word. So we're going to go ahead and close it out right there. Lord's willing, you were edified by today's lesson. If not, then I pray that you were provoked to thought to do better. Hopefully you put together some precepts that you may be edifying to the sheep. Because as always, as good shepherds of the Lord, our job is to feed the sheep. Okay? As always. So brothers and sisters, hold on. Stay strong. We don't have very much longer. Yahweh Shai is going to be here, right, to save who? His people, which is us. We hope that we are those men, okay, that's doing this work. We hope, okay? But if not, then who are these men? And where are they? Okay? So we're going to go ahead and close it out. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and taught of the truth. Peace and salutation to the hope of the elect. Shalom to the hope of the elect.